Good evening, friends. This video I'm recording to highlight important due date for filing GSTR 3B and GSTR 1 in this current month, June 2020, to avail the benefit of reduced rate of interest or nil rate of interest or no late fees. You'd be knowing that three categories got created for relaxing or giving benefit in interest and late fees. The first category, large taxpayer whose aggregate turnover is more than 5 crore in a preceding financial year. They are supposed to file their GSTR 3B for February, March and April by 24th June 2020. If they file by 24th June 2020, then the benefit would be, first, interest would be nil for 15 days calculated from due date for filing 3B of respective month. Thereafter, interest would be charged at reduced rate 9% per annum, provided 3B for these months February, March and April filed by 24th June, and no late fees if filed by 24th June. If it is filed after 24th June, no benefit of interest, normal rate of interest 18% per annum going to be applicable, and no relaxation for the late fees. Second category, taxpayer whose aggregate turnover is falling in 1.5 crore to 5 crore in preceding financial year. So category is 1.5 crore to 5 crore in preceding financial year. They can file their GSTR 3B for February and March by 29th June and for April by 30th June. What is the advantage? Nil interest and no late fees. Only condition, it should be filed by due date as I stated just a while ago, 29 June for February and March and 30th June for April GSTR 3B. Last category, taxpayer whose aggregate turnover is up to 1.5 crore in preceding financial year. They can file their GSTR 3B for February month by 30th June, for March 3rd July and for April 6th July. Benefit, no interest, no late fees. This is for February, March and April GSTR 3B. What about May month GSTR 3B? Then for the first category, where aggregate turnover is more than 5 crore in preceding financial year, GSTR 3B for the month of May can be filed by 27th June, which is otherwise 28th June. This is for the large taxpayer. In small taxpayer, there were two categories. One was 1.5 crore to 5 crore and another was up to 1.5 crore in preceding financial year, merged now. So taxpayer whose aggregate turnover up to 5 crore in preceding financial year, GSTR 3B for the month of May 2020 can be filed either on 12th July or 14 July as specified for state in the notification number 36/2020 dated 3rd April 2020. So this was pertaining to GSTR 3B. What about GSTR 1? In terms of notification number 33/2020, GSTR 3B for the month March, April and May can be filed by 30th June 2020, and those who are having quarterly filing, so quarter ending March 2020, can also be filed by 30th June with no late fees. This is for GSTR 1. Now, two important announcements coming from 40th GST Council meeting held on 12th of June 2020 for small taxpayer whose aggregate turnover is up to 5 crore in a preceding financial year. What is the first announcement? The first announcement is that such taxpayer can file their GSTR 3B for the month February, March and April beyond 6 July. You'd be knowing that I said staggered date, and last date was coming out 6 July. They can file even beyond 6 July, but by 30th September 2020. In that case, benefit would be interest applicable but at reduced rate 9% per annum as against 18% per annum. There is no announcement pertaining to late fees, but I'm sure the late fees also going to be relaxed in this case. Second recommendation in 40th GST Council meeting, that GSTR 3B for the month of May, June and July for only small taxpayer up to 5 crore in a preceding financial year can be filed by 30th September 2020 on staggered date, and that is going to be notified with no interest, with no late fees. Only thing for the month of May, it is either 12th July or 14 July is already being notified by notification number 36/2020. So these were the dates pertaining to 3B, GSTR 3B and GSTR 1 to be filed for February, March and April and May. Now you'd be knowing that for composition dealer, he can pay his quarterly taxes by CMP 08 for quarter ending March 2020 by 7th July 2020. And this composition dealer can file his annual GSTR 4 for financial year 2019-20 by 15th July 2020. Then for non-resident taxable person, GSTR 5, ISD GSTR 6, TDS deductor GSTR 7, tax collection at source GSTR 8. For them, if time limit for filing these specified return expiring in a period 20th March 2020 to 29 June 2020, then due date would be 30th June, meaning thereby if they file by 30th June, then no interest and no late fees. So in this video we have captured the due date, important due date for filing 3B, GSTR 1, GSTR 5, 6, 7 and 8. Hope this information will help you for compliance in GST. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.